China reunited, but changed. When the Song Dynasty was founded in 960, China had once again emerged from fragmentation. The fall of the Tang Dynasty had plunged the land into the 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period, an age of rapid regime change, military coups, and regional instability. But something was different this time. China was no longer defined primarily by aristocratic families or frontier generals. The old Tang-style empire, built on expansion, cavalry, and military dominance, was gone. The Song Dynasty would rule a China that had changed from the inside. This would not be an age of conquest. It would be an age of transformation. Scholars over soldiers. The founder of the Song Dynasty, Emperor Taizu, had learned a hard lesson from history. Powerful generals were dangerous. Instead of relying on military elites, the Song deliberately weakened the army's political role and strengthened civilian governance. Military commanders were rotated frequently. Real authority rested in the hands of scholar officials. For the first time in Chinese history, the pen decisively outranked the sword. This choice brought stability, but at a cost. Merit becomes the system. The Song Dynasty perfected the imperial examination system. Education was no longer just a path to office. It became the foundation of society. Confucian classics were memorized, debated, and internalized. Success in exams brought prestige, income, and power. Families invested generations into education. China became a civilization ruled by administrators, not warriors. This system created a highly literate elite professional bureaucracy, strong central administration. But it also created intense pressure, competition, and social rigidity, rebuilding meaning. Song thinkers believed classical Confucianism was no longer enough. They sought to rebuild moral philosophy to address a more complex society. This gave rise to Neo-Confucianism, a system blending Confucian ethics with Buddhist and Taoist metaphysics. Thinkers like Zhu Xi redefined ideas of order, self-cultivation, and moral responsibility. Neo-Confucianism shaped Chinese thought for centuries, well into the modern era, the world's first commercial society. The Song Dynasty oversaw one of the greatest economic transformations in world history. Agriculture became more efficient. New rice strains allowed multiple harvests per year. Population exploded. But the real revolution was urban and commercial. Cities grew massive. Markets operated daily. Merchants became powerful. Money replaced barter. Paper money was introduced on a large scale. Centuries before Europe, China under the Song was not just an empire, it was an economy. Ahead of the world Song, China was astonishingly advanced. Key innovations included movable type printing, gunpowder weapons, advanced shipbuilding, magnetic compass, complex mechanical clocks. These technologies transformed warfare, navigation, and knowledge itself. The Song were not conquerors, but they were inventors. A new urban world Song cities were vibrant, crowded, and alive at night. Entertainment districts, theaters, restaurants, and tea houses flourished. Art shifted from court grandeur to everyday beauty. Landscape painting reached new heights. Literature explored emotion, personal reflection, and social critique. This was one of the most urbanized societies in pre-modern history. Prosperity under threat. Despite internal strength, the Song faced constant military danger. Nomadic states to the north, Liao and later Jin, controlled vital territories. The Song often chose diplomacy over war, paying tribute to avoid destruction. This preserved prosperity, but damaged prestige. humiliation, and survival. In the 12th century, the Jin Dynasty invaded. The Song capital fell. The emperor was captured. This catastrophe marked the end of the Northern Song. China lost its heartland, but not its civilization, a civilization that refused to die. The Song court retreated south and rebuilt. Against all odds, the Southern Song became even more commercially dynamic. Maritime trade flourished. Chinese ships reached Southeast Asia, India, and beyond. The economy adapted. Culture survived. This was resilience, not power. The storm from the steppe. In the 13th century, a new force appeared, the Mongols. Relentless, adaptive, and brutal, they conquered North China and turned south. Despite Song naval strength and technology, the Mongol war machine proved unstoppable. After decades of resistance, the Southern Song collapsed in 1279. Why the Song dynasty changed history? The Song dynasty was not remembered for conquest. It was remembered because it created something new. A bureaucratic state, a commercial society, a technological civilization, a moral philosophical system. In many ways, the Song invented the modern world, far ahead of its time. It fell to force, but its ideas survived.